So hello everybody, Brian McQueen with Foundation First Real Estate, coming to you live from the Mariaville Lake Bed and Breakfast. Lori and Rick, thanks so much for having me up.
Our pleasure.
I'm excited to be a part of this transition for you guys. For those of you who don't know or who are just seeing this for the first time, the Mariaville Lake Bed and Breakfast was established when, guys?
July of 2004.
Awesome. And we're currently looking and marketing for a prospective buyer, as well as looking to introduce the property to a number of potential guests to come and stay with us. Tell me a little bit about this amazing resort that you had the benefit to live at.
Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about the Mariaville Lake.
Sure. I have always admired this house whenever I've driven by, and I always wanted to have an old house to restore, and this was just perfect for a bed and breakfast, mostly because it's on Mariaville Lake. And Mariaville Lake is a quiet, private lake, but it has a really chill, relaxed atmosphere. The people are really laid back. Everyone can just enjoy themselves when they come here. We have kayaks and canoes that are free to use for guests. If you're here in the winter, we have snowshoes, which is really fun for people to try. And we have a great yard and gardens where people can just relax in the Adirondack chairs and have a drink and relax. Hiking trails nearby, great location, centrally located for sort of a hub and spoke thing. Not too far from Cooperstown, not too far from Saratoga, and lots of history here. As far as the house is concerned, it was like really one of the grand old houses on Mariaville Lake. Mariaville is a historic district with lots of old architecture. This house has 5 rooms, all with ensuite baths, lots of common areas for guests to relax. And we also have really snazzy 1,000-foot cottage right next door that's fully self-sufficient, full kitchen, Wi-Fi, direct TV, dishwasher, 2 bedrooms.
So a guest house.
A guest
on
house.
top of the mansion house. Amazing.
Yeah, and that cottage there's always somebody in and out of that cottage.
I mean, tell me a little bit about who comes to see you here.
Well, we get people from New York City, all over the world. We get a lot of international travelers. We particularly get a lot of people from the Netherlands, people from the UK, Australia.
We met some people that lived in the very, very top northern part of Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
You know, in Italy and Germany.
Tell me about you guys. I mean, Rick, you're a pilot. How'd you land in the hospitality business?
Yeah. Well, we actually bought the property just a half a mile down the road.
Okay.
And we built a house down there, and we like to entertain. So we always had I had my own business for many, many years. And employees would come over or guests would come over. We always liked to entertain. It was like we were always entertaining, putting money out. We're like, we should figure out how to do this and make money doing it.
That's
You know?
Sure.
And we just kind of like threw that out there, if you will, to the universe. And next thing you know, this house came available to buy. And I had sold my business and I was looking for something to do. And I'm like, oh, here's our dream. Now we can do it. So, you know, we bought the house and we spent many months renovating it
Sure.
to get it open, and then I spent a lot of time renovating it too. And I've got it to the point where it doesn't need anything.
That's amazing.
So now we're, you know, it kind of runs and you just fix minor stuff and that's it. So it's been totally renovated.
And I can speak firsthand, guys. I mean, on top of obviously Rick being a professional pilot, I'm sure you can imagine he's pretty much meticulous in dotting his I's and crossing his T's. And I'm in houses every day of the week, and it's literally pristine. And the fact that the house is as old as it is, to be in this type of condition, is just a testament to the sweat equity and how many hours you guys have into it. And it's beautiful.
Thanks.
So, I mean, with a lot of the people out in the community, everyone wants or dreams about owning a bed and breakfast.
That's right. Yeah.
No one ever, in most cases, wants to take the step. And I can't figure it out what it was. So tell everybody a little about what it's like to owner, occupy, and live the life of an innkeeper and a B&B owner.
Well, we hear a lot of comments, oh, it's a lot of work, and it's really not a lot of work as much as it is a lifestyle. So you get up every morning anyway, but we get up and work at the lake, making our coffee, and then we make breakfast, but we make enough breakfast to share it with other people. And people come down and they enjoy the lake. Our breakfast area is right here on the glass porch that looks out over the lake. three-course gourmet breakfast. It's really neat because you do get to meet a lot of people. You get to interact with them as much as they want, as much as you want. We have our own living quarters in the back, so it's totally private. So you're separated from the guests, and the guests are separated from you. And so they get to enjoy all these common rooms themselves, the fireplace or whatever. As an innkeeper, we don't have to worry about them. We can live our life in the back.
There's been a shift towards being more of a self-service community
Yeah.
within your guest structure, so tell me a little bit about that.
It's been really interesting. Now the service model in the hospitality industry is really self-service. You know, they want to have everything available. So the Wi-Fi password is available. There's a Keurig for coffee. There's literature and links on the website to the local restaurants.
Sure.
If we're not available to be here, they can do a self-check-in. So it makes it really easy for someone to come in, and young people are used to that model. So it's working fantastic. It's working really
Wonderful.
well.
So it's almost like a home for them to walk into.
Right.
I
They
hope
can
so.
make themselves at home.
Mhm.
Their keys waiting for them when they pull in.
Mhm, mhm.
And you guys are having to sit around waiting for guests to arrive.
Right.
Because I'm here.
Mhm.
I would have to imagine to just kind of settle in and make the house theirs, right?
Right, exactly.
For us, you learn very quickly the personality of your guests. Sometimes people are stressed. Life can be hard.
True.
And they are coming for solitude. So
They
you
wanna
say,
be left
leave them
alone.
be. And then other people want to chat. They want to, I have
Yes.
spent, you know, a happy hour talking to a guest about a wide variety of subjects.
True.
And it's like, wow, this is fantastic. And other times, you know, you give them your key and then they give it back to you at the end. It's whatever people want. So,
That's fantastic.
yeah.
So tell me about time off and your life balance. Because obviously it's a double-edged sword.
Mhm.
You want the guests for financial purposes, but tell me about how you manage that. And when do you guys get away and how does that work?
Well, like for me, I'm a pilot, so I'm gone a lot. But when I am here, it takes a load off of her. But they're again being the self-sufficient. It's not you're tied down or you have to do so much work. So when we want time off, summertimes are real busy. So what we do is we typically look 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time and see there's a day that there's no guest. We block it off. Now we have a day off. And then on a daily activity, again, once breakfast is done, people either leave or they hang out. Your time is off. Then we go get supplies or whatever,
And then you have a housekeeping staff
Yeah.
that comes in and do your cleaning for you, so that's
Yeah.
off your plate.
Yeah.
Right? That's all worked into the budget.
And the
Exactly.
thing that's really helped for me is two, and they're connected, time management. Like, you gotta learn how to manage your time and be consistent and have a routine. And so once you have your product the way you want it, then it runs itself. Like, you know, it's almost muscle memory. After, you know, in the morning,
Sounds
after
pretty good,
breakfast, you
okay.
come in and you fill the Keurig. And then, you know, oh, did I fill the Keurig? Yeah, like, once you have a routine and you really focus on the right kind of time management, then things kind of run themselves.
Nice.
And,
You know, we learned a lot of that being self-employed for many years.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, so
Systems.
yeah.
Yeah.
And even if you work for somebody else, the possibility of somebody coming in and buying it that has not been self-employed picks that kind of stuff up real quick. Because
Yes.
again, it's a lifestyle.
Sure.
It's not, you know, it's a lifestyle. So you just live your life.
So I know this transition into the next chapter of your life is bittersweet
Mm.
because obviously the house is amazing.
yeah.
You've had a wonderful life here. So just tell the community a little bit about why you're selling and who you think would have a lot of fun here and who you think would be a good fit for it.
Well, one of the reasons we're selling is because I've got a new job and I'm now living out of state for half of the month.
Okay.
So we're looking for another adventure. We've been doing it for 15 years, and our daughter lives out in California.
Okay, so
And
family.
So
Is out there.
family is another reason why we want to move out west and
Sure.
get closer with her. So you know, we're looking at that. We do like the area. We like doing this. I mean, we love living on the lake. When we
Sure.
first got married, we lived on the lake,
Mhm.
and it was great.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were going to spend another 15 years doing it.
Yeah.
And so that is, it's going to be hard to leave the lake, you know.
Good for you guys.
Um,
But for good reason, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Ahead.
So, you know, it's time to make a change, it's time to move on.
And we've always done that. We sort of like change. So we get
Sure.
something the way we want it, we get the house the way we want it, and then we're like, oh, let's sell and do another house.
No,
You know,
well,
it's
it
kind
always
of-
bed and breakfast on the
Kind of
horizon
our
on the West
pattern.
Coast.
Never
You never know.
So we're gonna get down and dirty,
Mm.
nitty gritty, and some details about what this operation looks like for those that might be interested, just past coming to visit you on a weekend or visit, and might have some serious interest in talking to you guys about purchasing. So I think based on my experience as an owner as well, why don't you tell Rick and Lori a little bit about some specifics about the maintenance, expense structure, kind of a little bit more detail around the business side of running a bed and breakfast versus just the fluff of and the wonderfulness of
Living on the lake.
Of living on the lake.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, being a pilot and a business owner of an aviation business, one of the keys that made me so successful was that of taking care of maintenance, having the maintenance up to snuff and doing it right the first time, and you don't have to worry about it. And I brought that same strategy here to this house. When we bought the house, it was in pretty bad shape. So we spent years renovating, fixing things and detailing it, and then repairing it in a manner in which that, for the long term. We had no idea how long we were going to be here, and I'm the kind of person that when I do something, I do it right the first time so it lasts and it'll stay that way. And that's proven out to the point where 3 years ago I went back to flying because I got everything done and I was sitting around with nothing to do. So there was nothing to fix, everything was renovated. Yeah, it's like, okay. Whenever something does come up, we fix it right away.
So those of watching that may not know, tell them a little bit about how does the income cash flow picture look? How does that help you from a tax standpoint, for example? So
Well, there's a
about
couple things. There's a lot of potential here to expand what we've done.
that. Okay,
We just brought it to a level that we're comfortable with.
okay, that's
Um,
good to know.
You could double the income if you
Easily,
wanted to.
probably, yeah.
Being that the business is here, there's a lot of write-offs.
Guys, when I was looking to market the home, I looked at the numbers in detail with Rick and Lori, and there is an average income and profit on top of living here for free
Mm,
at a very comfortable level of volume.
mm.
So what a spectacular way, Lori, like you said, to live for free at a resort
Mm.
and still have money left over. And then if they want to take it to the next level, you already have staff in place, correct?
Yep.
That has expressed interest in going further
Yep.
to helping even Lori with preparing meals,
Mhm.
which give you more, to keep your freedom in line.
Right, right.
Which you've already got that kind of in the works.
Mm.
So it's wonderful.
Mm.
All right. If anybody has any questions about purchasing and financing, that's where I can help directly. You can call me directly. I have financial advisors as well as a mortgage broker who can help you with the in and outs of do you need to go commercial, can you own it as residential, require down payment and so forth. And Rick and Lori have offered generously to potentially hold financing.
Mhm.
So that is an option as well, if you want to open up that topic of conversation. For the right fit, obviously, because they've poured their hearts and souls into this place and
Mm.
want to make sure it's turned over to white glove hands, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell?
Well, yeah,
Prospective buyers that might want to know to help them decide?
the beautiful thing is that it's turnkey. We really have
Okay,
everything in place. Most of the furniture is staying, all of the linens, the kitchen, all of the
Nice.
mattresses, everything. So, and there's still room for people to add their personal touches, but potentially they could walk in and start running it. There would be nothing that you would have to do. Unless you wanted to close and get used to things and, practice on your friends, but really it's turnkey and it's ready to go.
We have a website, we have a reservation system, we have guests.
All the sweat's done.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
stuff is in place,
Yeah.
it really is. And we're represented on all of the travel sites. Our reviews are already, no one will have to do any damage control.
And then your
So-
past client database alone,
Oh, yeah.
your repeat guest clientele,
Yeah.
that's not going anywhere.
Right,
So you can literally walk in and have immediate cash flow
right.
That's right.
from
Yep.
everyone.
Mhm.
And then also, what Rick and Lori were generous about is their time in the transition as well. So tell them a little bit about what you'd be willing to do to help them transition in.
Yeah, for me, I want to be able to instruct the guy on the maintenance of the facility and how we did what we did, so that if anything does happen, you've got a background to it.
Wonderful.
The guy or gal.
Or gal, sorry. She's taking over a lot of the maintenance stuff, so she's doing
With
good.
him flying out of state, I've learned about all the systems, and he knows, I can call him and say, you know, this is happening, and he'll say, well, turn the red knob 1/4 of an inch, like he knows where I am and what I'm doing.
Mm.
It's been amazing to me.
That's wonderful.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things like that during the transition we want to share.
From the
We
maintenance
want to.
standpoint.
Yeah, because it makes it easier for them as they go down the road, and so a transition is, we're willing to spend whatever time it takes to get them comfortable, as much or as little.
And you have the cleaning staff, so that's a no-brainer.
Right. Yeah.
And any menus, Lori, that you can offer, or any cooking
well, sure,
tips, or
sure.
Rick, any cooking tips?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I try to do farm to table. I belong to something like a CSA that sources out from about 50 local farms. I get my eggs right down the road. I get my maple syrup right down the road.
Wonderful.
So all of those people are great to work with, and you know, that's all in place
Great.
too, so yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for doing this.
Mhm.
Thank everybody for tuning in. Again, there's a link directly to Rick and Lori's website, mariavillelakebb.com.
Mhm.
You can contact me again on my cell phone, Brian McQueen, 518-892-3926, or just Google the Mariaville Lake Bed and Breakfast. And we hope to hear from you soon. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.